Hey you, and welcome to ICU News. I'm Shay.
I'm Sonny.
And we're here to bring you the news for people who do not like news.
Turn off that CNN. Turn off that Fox.
Yes.
MSNBC.
And
get out of here.
Other shows.
Yeah.
Today's show is going to be about revenge.
I love vengeance.
About sticking people where it hurts. Giving it to the man or the woman.
Where exactly does it hurt?
Your butt. In your butt. I think that's what they're referring to. When they say stick it where it hurts, I think they're talking about sticking it in your butt.
In
Is that right?
what,
I don't know.
What? In your butt.
Write it. Put it in the comments. Where does it hurt?
Yes, when someone says, I'm going to stick it to you where it hurts, where exactly does it hurt?
Are they talking about? Because you know what? If you jab someone like right under the ribs, that's a painful.
That hurts.
Yes.
If I put my finger up your nose, that'll hurt.
That will definitely hurt.
Will it hurt more than your butt?
I don't know. Let us know. Press number 1. Anyways, today's story of revenge is about a man who was so tired of paying his child support payments.
Oh, tell me about
that he paid his... That was a joke, okay? He's not a deadbeat dad.
No, not at all.
He doesn't even have to pay child support because we have full custody. Well, anyways, I'm giving
it's a long story.
Way more.
That'll be on a behind the scenes thing. We'll discuss my life
or
issues.
Or never, yeah.
Yes.
Or never, you know. Who cares?
But child support.
Yes, he made his final child support payment of $800.
We just did a whole little... Hold on. No, listen. Sonny pays his child. He takes care of his kid. Trust me.
Because
I know.
This is news. This is the news channel. Everyone, they expect us to be responsible citizens.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that they know that, yes, we are good people.
Good, solid citizens that you're getting. You can trust us. You know, newsworthy. But go ahead.
Yes. So, this father paid his final child support payment of $800 entirely in pennies. You know how many pennies that was?
8,000.
Nope.
It can't be 80,000.
It is 80,000.
No.
80,000 pennies.
Where the hell do you get 80,000 pennies?
He has been saving since day one.
Yes. From the time that kid was born, and she was like, I'm putting you on child support, Henry. Because you know it's a white guy. Only a white guy.
It is a white guy.
Yes, would hold on to that kind of anger for 18 years.
Yep.
From the time she put him on child support, he was like, oh, in 18 years, I got something for you, woman. You're going to get a Chevy truck full of pennies.
Yeah, and he didn't even dump them like inside the house. He dumped them on the front yard. So they had to go out there. You know, the neighbors were just like, oh my God, you see them? Like, what are they doing out there? Oh my God.
Hey,
and
Barbara, they're out there picking up pennies out of the yard.
Is that where they're from? Yeah. Hey, Barbara.
Yeah. The yard in front of the trailer park, yes.
Yeah, but you know, like, the sound it must have made, too. It must have been like,
oh,
ching,
God.
ching, 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 ching,
yeah.
ching.
Because you've been at the Coin Star before. You ever been to Coin Star? The worst experience of my life as a young gentleman, when you got your little coins and you're putting them in the machine and you're just looking around, making sure nobody you went to high school with sees you dumping these damn pennies.
Are you doing it like this, too? Or you're like...
Yeah, because you're like... and the sound you make, just like you said, the sound is... And then Coinstar screws you and takes like 10% of your...
Yeah,
you're like, I'm already broke, Coinstar.
Yeah.
How about you take 3%?
Just do this for free.
Yeah,
Okay?
or 3% at least. You know, I get it. You got to make a profit.
Do it for free.
Ain't no, but nothing's for free, baby.
All you're doing, you're literally just giving me money for money. Yeah. So 3%, okay?
3%.
3%
It's a fair deal.
Yeah.
I'll take 10% of my money. Who is you, the government?
Yeah. Exactly. Who is it?
I like that, though. I like that he said, you know what? I am going to pay y'all in pennies. 80,000.
80,000 pennies. That is, I kind of want, if you're watching this, man, let us know. Where'd you get those pennies from? Yeah. Logistically. Just the logistics.
And how did you count them out to know that it was $800? Did you sit there like a maniac for 3 weeks going, 1, 2, 3. Yes. She ain't going to say I shorted her. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, shit. I lost count. Hold on. 1, 2.
You know what they did too? This is a really good thing. What they did, instead of being spiteful and being mad and stuff like that, they donated all those pennies to a domestic violence shelter. Isn't that good?
It is good. It also makes me think a little bit. I'm like, that seems like a jab at him.
Oh, yeah. It definitely is. It's definitely a statement about him.
Yeah, because the story was originally like, it was all out in the air, and they're like, oh, he paid his last child support in pennies, and everybody was like, oh, he got her. Ah, hilarious. And then they're like, yeah, and then she donated it to a woman abuse shelter, and then they were like, oh, he's a piece of garbage.
Domestic violence is what we call it. We don't call it a woman abuse shelter. It's called a domestic violence.
Is it? It's not a woman abuse shelter?
Oh my God! Yeah. Please forgive him. He don't know no better.
I don't know no better. But at first, it was all him. He was the hero paying his last child payment in pennies, and then he got the kibosh when they were like, "Oh no, you're a woman beater."
Well, here's my question though. Did they donate that $800 in dollars, or did they just jump all those pennies at the domestic violence shelter?
Oh, please. I hope they paid with a check or something, and they were like, "Look, we're just going to take these pennies."
I hope they paid with the pennies, because come on, because here's the thing. First off, like we said, to change out all of that, it's expensive. They're going to take a cut. You can't just go to Coinstar, and then you can't go to the bank with 80,000 pennies. No. You can't go to the bank like that.
You would have to go with like $20 a day. Yeah. Until like here's $20 in pennies. Here's $20. Here's $20 until you finally got it done.
That's still a lot of pennies.
It's a lot of pennies.
Because just $1 is 100 pennies.
I didn't know that. Breaking facts here on ICU News.
This isn't a show about math.
If you did not know,
don't expect me to know things about math.
100 pennies is $1.
Okay, so for $20, that's like 2,000 pennies. That's 2,000 pennies.
I cannot believe you just broke down how many pennies are in $1.
Look, okay, it was news to me.
Oh God!
Do you know that this also happened in like a smaller scale?
Yeah.
There was this girl that was going to prom, and a week before the prom, her boyfriend broke up with her. Oh. And he broke up with her is really important to the story. And then he decided that he wanted to ask her for his money back. So he asked the girl to give him the $95 that he spent on prom, to give all that back.
Come on,
and
buddy.
she did, but she gave it to him in pennies.
Why would she give it back?
That's what I want to know.
If you broke up with him and he was like, look, Claire, I don't have any money. You broke up with me. Can I have the $90 back so I can do whatever? I get that. But if he broke up with her, why is she giving him pennies money back?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Nothing. You break up with me, you ain't going to see a nickel of that out.
Well, maybe he broke up with her because it was like a cheating thing. Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe there was a cheating thing.
Now you're a cheater. Yeah, it's official. ICU News. That little high school girl's a little cheater. Yeah, a little cheater.
Yeah, you cheated, and then now you got to give him back. But she gave it back to him in pennies.
That's a cold-blooded move.
It was a jar of pennies.
I respect it.
$95.
Yeah.
In pennies.
In her case, it might have just been look like, I ain't got no money. And then she looked around and she was like, well, I got my parents' penny jar over here. You can go ahead and take that, Todd, and beat it. Yep. You know? You want your $90 that bad.
It does beg the question of where do you get all those pennies from? Where do you get them? Do you have family members go to all their separate banks on different days, like you said, and be like, I need a roll of pennies?
Yeah. $80 in pennies, I figured that. I've had $80 in pennies before.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a lot of pennies.
It is. It's a lot of pennies. My aunt actually has a gigantic thing of pennies in her house. It must weigh 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come I've never seen that?
Because you haven't been to the downstairs bathroom. Go down there, take a poo, and you'll see all these pennies.
Is taking a poo mandatory, or can I just go and see the pennies?
I mean, it's not mandatory, but it's recommended.
It's recommended.
Yes, take that poo, look at the pennies, you know?
What do you guys think? Is paying someone back with pennies a good way for revenge?
It's very petty, but I can tell you this. If you divorce me and somehow I owe you money, both of us are broke, but if somehow I owe you money, you're going to get every bit of it in nickels and dimes and pennies. I don't care if I got the cash. I'm going to go and go to the bank and say, look, here's $100 bill. Give me that back in nickels.
Oh my God.
And you're going to take them nickels, girl.
Thank you.
Try to divorce me.
Well, I won't do that. I'll know. Or if I do, I'll buy a bunch of coin wrappers to prepare myself.
Yes.
I'll just be like, you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah. A girl's got to rap with a girl's
got
got
to
to
rap.
rap.
Mm-hmm. That's why you got to oil up the pennies. Or the change. Oil them up, get them all oily and stuff, because then it's hard. You can't take them to Coinstar like that. And I can't be trying to wrap them. It's gonna be a mess. Oil them up.
It sounds
oil
like
them up, you guys.
You thought about that very. Yeah.
No, because there's a guy that did that.
He did.
Yeah. I mean, I can
oil
tell you
up
the
the
story,
pennies?
but I don't have to tell you the story. But
Well,
let me tell you the story.
why not?
Okay, so this is the last story, you guys. This is the last thing that I'm gonna say.
You got a lot of penny stories, girl.
I do. I have lots of penny stories. But there was this worker. This happened really recently, like in April.
Mm-hmm.
This guy worked at an auto shop.
Okay.
And his employer fired him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was still owed his last check. You know, when you get fired, you still get your last
I
check.
want my check.
So it's like $900 and something.
Mm-hmm.
So the employer decided that he was going to pay the guy his last check in pennies. A wheelbarrow full of pennies with a note on top that said F you.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when the guy was like trying to count all the pennies up, they were all oiled up. He put motor oil all over the pennies so the guy couldn't roll them up and the guy couldn't take them to Coinstar. So the guy was sitting there trying to clean all the pennies.
That is cold.
Yeah, that's cold, buddy. He was trying to clean all his pennies off. And it ended up that Coinstar heard of the story and they gave him $1,000 check and they just took the pennies. So they gave him more than the pennies were worth. Mm-hmm.
And we were just talking crap about Coinstar.
Well,
I was just,
you know, one time.
Yeah.
You know, if you kill 5 people and then, you know, give another guy $1,000, it doesn't make you a good person, you know.
You're back on the S list,
Yes.
Coinstar.
You're back. You know, I'm not going to give you any props, Coinstar. You're fleecing us out here. You're fleecing us.
Yeah. Give me 3% on my pennies, Coinstar.
Yes. So yeah, that's what happened. Anyways, any more penny news?
No more penny news other than a truck full of pennies must really stink. A bucket of pennies stinks.
Yeah, it smells terrible.
Imagine 80,000 of them. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, the metal in the air.
Yes. And that's all. The metal in the air. Have a good day, folks.
Have a good day and take it easy.
Subscribe, like, buttons, click them. Bow, bow, bow. All that.
Bow, bow, bow.
Bow, bow, bow.
Bow, bow, bow. Day, bow, bow.
Day.